Penis. Boners. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen. This is 3 Peens in Pod. Hi. I don't have that video, so I wasn't able. Hi.
Oh, I never even deafened. Thank God you guys deafened.
Oh yeah. Were you just jabbering on?
No, well, I you know what? I do what I want.
That's fair.
Hey,
That is
boys.
true. Yeah.
Hey, I never left.
Yeah. So
Well,
I didn't.
nerds.
I didn't have the video, so I just kind of like did it with my mouth.
How do you, it's linked in the chat, like 4 links up.
I don't.
You have to scroll up, okay? I'm
Look,
with
man,
Mark on this one.
I don't care.
I scrolled. I did it. I'm the laziest one here.
Yeah. Well, I
that
guess
is
that's
true.
Yeah, that's very true. One mom. I have goofed something terrible.
Apparently, I'm muted.
You're muted.
Oh man, professionals, chat professionals. You know what? We're not even doing the squad stream. Like, idiots.
Oh yeah, weren't we supposed to start that before we started streaming?
No,
Or
I
after?
sent you some invites. It's all good.
Okay, cool. All right, good then.
We can just.
Am I unmuted now? Hopefully.
How would you not look at your OBS and look at your audio meter?
Yeah,
Is it going bouncy bounce?
Yeah, but my audio meter looked like it was fine. I think.
It looks
Clearly,
fine.
some part of you is a moron.
Ooh, mwah.
That was weird.
Is your audio meter?
All I did was I went on the Go XLR and I unchecked the mic and then rechecked the mic.
Mm-hmm.
That was all. So I don't know why it was checked, but it didn't work.
Sounds like a Wade situation to me.
Yeah, sounds like you're just kind of dumb.
Oh well, I told them some very important things before I unmuted. So
That's
I guess
good.
they'll
That's
never know.
Yeah.
So the beginning of your stream was just
It was me talking at nothing for like 3 seconds. It was like very important info, guys, before we get started.
quality.
I was just letting them know
Mark's
that
the only one in the squad stream. How did this happen,
What?
Wade?
Wade.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
My love.
Listen, guys, everything went to hell. The start, my normal Wade shenanigans.
Do we have to leave the squad and restart it?
He can join on the flippity floppity.
Okay,
there
cool.
we
I'm
go.
here. I'm here. We're live. Squad up.
Fam out. Squad
Dude,
up.
we're dropping the apartments. Tricky Towers apartments.
Yeah, that's it. That's the
Oh,
one.
a battle royale reference.
Yeah.
Clever boy.
Tilted. Tricky Towers is another
As
game.
usual, we are off to
Tilted.
a flying start with this podcast, with the content and the jokes.
Wait, time out. My water's gone. Where'd my water go?
Wait, I think that's a good thing. And they
Yeah.
fixed the holes. No more water in house. That's not normal. That's not how life is
Okay.
supposed to be. Okay.
All right, here we go. Here we go. One day that I won't be known as being the wet guy.
You're that
So
rumor was started with your
So
own
wet.
frivolous nature, and so you deserve that.
All right, you know what?
Maybe
Fair.
someday I'll lose the reputation as anal man. I just really like things to be in order. It's not my fault.
One day I'll get my life in order.
Shit. Okay. Anyway,
Right. So it's another week and we're all still alive. No one's house floated away.
Stop.
Any
Is there any other natural disasters we can make fun of?
No. Why
Okay.
would you make fun?
are you calling what happened to your house a natural disaster? Because I just sat through 2 earthquakes not 2 weeks
Oh
ago.
my god. How much damage was there at your house from your little vibration station?
What?
What?
Well,
The actual fuck, Wade.
all right. So number 1,
I thought my wife was dead from water.
That was like 2.5
You
months
watched
ago.
your Mr. He-Man action figure fall off a shelf. Am I wrong? Do you have one, Mr. He-Man action figure?
I do not have a He-Man action figure.
Yes,
I
the-
wish
Oh, it's
I
not called
did.
Mr. He-Man?
No, that's the business casual edition. Mr. He-Man. Mark's got classic He-Man, I
I
think.
keep
right?
getting alerts, but all my alerts are. Oh, never mind. I'm dumb.
What?
I'm dumb.
Was your alert layer underneath your camera layer?
No, it's just that it wasn't set to shut down when not visible. So you know how it is. You know how it is. Boom, there I am. Yeah. I think that fixed it. Yeah, there we go.
That's ooh, hey.
Professional streamer here.
Yeah, full-time professional content guys.
I think
That's
the
me.
bald look is starting to, I think it's gonna stick, guys. I think I like it. I think it's gonna stick.
Look, before I say this joke that I thought of, I want to let you know I do think it looks good on you, Wade, and I
Thank
think
you.
I think you should run with it. But
I just- I
also, just
reshaved
because
it.
you can't grow it back doesn't mean it looks good.
What? Oh, ouch. Thanks.
Without any jokes and without any caveats up my sleeves, I say it looks good and it suits you, and you've got the almost ideal head shape for it.
That
Thanks,
is
man.
true.
You want to touch it?
I don't
Okay.
at all, ever.
Yeah, so I released a video with Mark and my friends Jesse and Jared doing a soda challenge not that long ago,
Mhm.
and like half the comments are like, I can't tell which one's Wade and which one's Jesse. And funny, when Mark first saw my head shape, he
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
I was Jesse.
Because you were
Did
turned
know?
away
I don't
from
think
me.
you knew I was getting my head shaved, did you?
No, not. I knew it was happening
Well, you should-
eventually.
yeah.
You told me eventually,
notice.
but
Yeah,
I
you
just
should
walked in the room and your back was turned. I was like, okay, there's Jesse, there's Molly, where's Way? Whoa.
I mean, Jess and I are about the same height. We have like the same beard trim. We basically are the same person, but
Yeah.
I'm better, you know?
Of course, yeah, we all know this.
Yeah, I know Jesse a lot. I met him that one time.
You've never met him, have you? Because you weren't
We
out.
hung out. He was at your bachelor party thing.
Yeah, yeah.
We hung out for 6 hours.
And you were both at the wedding,
Was
where
I?
no one was busy with anything at all. It's very
All I remember about the wedding was it was really nice and
humid.
it was hot. Yeah, it was
It was
hot.
very humid.
Mhm, yeah.
And we had a secret room where we all hung out because we were special.
What you did, or we did? Die?
We did. Remember?
Was I there?
You were there. It was the secret,
good.
secret wedding party room.
I
where we
don't
all
remember
hung
the
out.
secret room. What room are we
Was it that
talking
really
about?
tiny one up the
Yeah.
very narrow staircase?
It's like
Oh.
the 15 by 15 foot room where 16 people were hanging out and everyone only got a couple square feet of room.
Yeah, that was good. And there was
Even
one
though it was
fan
inside,
in the
it wasn't any
corner.
cooler than outside.
Everyone was huddled
Yeah.
around the one fan.
It's like, oh god, what's the? Is it a Gumball reference where they've got like the fan? Their air conditioning is literally just a fan, and they taped ice cubes to like the little frills that blow on the edge of the fan, and that was their AC. That was basically that room.
What's Gumball?
A cartoon.
It's a candy
on
mark.
Cartoon Network, I think.
Oh,
No one
okay.
plays on. It's also on. We watch it on Hulu, but
Mhm.
it's a funny cartoon that adults can enjoy, even though it's probably meant for kids.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Archer.
It's a blue cat is the main character. I don't know. Is that Archer?
No, he's a human secret agent.
Wait.
No,
about
no.
Archer.
This is a dumb blue cat kid who you kind of hate at first, and you're like, he's like me. He's dumb. He's all right.
What? But it's not meant for
appreciate it.
kids.
No, it is.
Culture.
It is, but it's like adults can still enjoy it. It's got some good. It's. I don't know. It's just a good cartoon. It's a good show. I don't know.
Okay.
How else
That-
to,
All right.
That sets up a topic that I actually did contemplate and never
Okay.
wrote down that we should talk about because I'm curious.
all right, I'm ready.
I've been experiencing this lately. So one, I do sort of, not with new shows, I guess, but with old shows, I do the sort of classic millennial thing of binging stuff, where like
Mhm.
once I start a show, I basically watch the whole show. Mandy and I watch a lot of stuff together, obviously. But do you guys do that? Yes, or no?
I binge all. Yes,
It's
if I
like
start watching a show, I
episode
like
1
need to binge it.
Well,
Episode 1 to show finale.
I
like
don't
the whole
have
thing?
time to binge lately, but if I had a preference, of course, yeah, I would. I would love to just chain it.
Okay.
I can't do it in one sitting typically, but like over the course of like 3 or 4 days, like Game of Thrones, I just binged Game of Thrones all 8 seasons in like 2 weeks.
Oh my god, that's a lot of
yeah.
shows.
I was watching like 3 or 4 episodes a day. I'd like watch one while I ate lunch. I'd like watch one when I ate dinner, and I'd like watch 2 before I went to sleep. And if I could squeeze in more, I would.
All right. Well, I sort of figured that was the case, but I wanted to make sure we were all on the same page. So follow up. What shows do you go back to? Is there anything where you've seen like all 9 seasons a dozen times? Like what are those for you? And I'll start. My number 1 is Futurama.
Yeah,
I've never seen Futurama.
Every
Like,
episode of what?
I haven't seen it. I've seen like 1 episode ever.
What?
I know it's one I keep meaning to go back and watch, but I've just never actually gone to watch.
Go fucking watch Futurama. I swear
Okay.
to God.
I'm sorry, Bob.
It's on Hulu right now. It's a Hulu's
Okay.
place where you can get it, so it's totally worth.
I've got
Yeah,
that.
but
I
I've
will watch
seen-
it there.
Seen Futurama like a lot.
yeah.
Good show.
I
What show?
I haven't done it in a while, but I think you, Bob, know that I used to chain watch Whose Line Is It Anyway? Over
Oh yeah, that's one
and
for sure.
over
Same.
and over. I would go from the American season 1 to the end, and then loop back through to the UK season 1 to the end of that to US, and then I just make this big loop. It would last me about a week because I just always have it playing. Like it was my noise. Like and it was just long enough that I would forget some jokes and laugh when they came around again. So that was good times.
I've done that with Supernatural, specifically the first 5 seasons. I love the first 5 seasons of Supernatural, so I've definitely done it with that. Whose Line? God, I feel like there's other shows that I can't think of. Like, the movies count. Like, I've gone back and
Movies
watched
count.
the Marvel
Movies count.
movies, like the Marvel franchise,
I've seen
Star
The
Wars
Departed,
movies.
like-
I've binged the crap out of the Star Wars movies. I tried to do it with the Lord of the Rings, but God, the Hobbits are so annoying. I root for Smeagol every time. I'm like, just bite his head off, please.
Wait, what? Wait, whoa. The original Lord of the Rings, you don't like the Hobbits?
I like the characters minus the Hobbit scenes. Every time the Hobbits come on screen, it's, I can't do it, Sam. I'm too weak and I'm a pathetic character who can't do anything. And oh, Mr. Frodo, you can do it, Mr. Frodo. I believe in you, Mr. Frodo. And that's every Hobbit scene, the entire fucking movie.
You're
It's
talking
him
about
bitching
the
and Sam
character
Wise
that
being
is
like, "Dude,
bearing the
I'd put it in your
burden
mouth."
of the One Ring, who is struggling and fighting
Who
and
fucking
succeeding.
knew? He volunteered.
What-
He
yeah.
volunteered.
So you expect him to just go la-di-da into Mount Doom or whatever it was?
By
Like,
the end of it, yes. Every single scene he's in, he's bitching.
you mean the
He's
ring
mean.
that's influence grows stronger the closer it gets to its source? That
I
ring?
wish he would have just corrupted and turned full Smeagol, and then we could have had 2 interesting characters. But no.
You like Schmeagol?
Wait.
Yes. How dare you?
Fucking, are you that guy on the internet who always posts unsympathetic Facebook posts about pregnant women complaining their feet hurt and they volunteered to get pregnant so they should shut up?
I
You
feel like
don't
that's
fucking
a
have
bit
any
of a
empathy
leap.
for Frodo. What the hell?
Oh, man.
Frodo was so
Wrong with
annoying.
you?
He is so annoying.
Why?
You are a bad person.
He never grows. He's the same from the start to the
He
finish.
is a
He's
fully
just
grown
bitchy little
adult male
Frodo. I
halfling
volunteer,
from the
and
start
then I
of the
whine
movie.
about it. It's not like he was forced. If he was forced to do it, and then he whined about it, oh, it's one thing. But he's like, I'll take it. This is my burden to bear. I'll do it. Then he's like, oh, Sam, I can't do it. Sam, rub my feet. Sam, fix my food. Sam, Smeagol's cool. Sam, Sam. And Sam's all like, I'll deal with your shit, Mr. Frodo, because I don't have anything else interesting to say in the script. And it's like, Jesus Christ, please, for the love of God, fight each other, throw a punch, do something interesting.
Not
The
all
biggest conflict
characters
they have is over
grow.
disagreeing whether Smeagol's good or not.
Not all
Don't-
characters grow in a good direction the whole story.
They don't even grow in a bad one. They just stay like stale bread.
You mean Sam the hero? That went
Yeah.
from being a
Sam.
gardener to the single reason that
Yes.
Man,
From the beginning, Sam is like, he's the hype man for Frodo. He's like, yo, you got this, Frodo.
Yes.
At the end, he's still that.
in a
He doesn't
really
actually do much.
in a really like tangible and unsarcastic way. This has changed the way that I see you as a person.
I love the movies. I just cannot stand anytime the Hobbits come on screen.
That doesn't even you. If that's your
Because like all the other scenes, the battle scenes, everything else is awesome. Everything else is great. But when they come on screen, it's just like, all right, bathroom break time. And the first time I watched the movies, I did not feel that way. But I went back and rewatched them. By the Two Towers, I already dreaded the Hobbits coming on screen.
You're one completely discounting Merry and Pippin as characters when you describe Sam.
They aren't that interesting to me. I like the movies, the Hobbit movies.
Oh.
I like Bilbo. I think Bilbo's interesting.
Oh.
But yeah, no,
you do
none
not
of the Hobbits,
talk
Lord of the Rings
bad
do I
about
find interesting.
Merry and Pippin.
What about the song? Was it Mary that sang the song, or was it Pippin?
That was Pippin.
Whichever one sang.
The one that
What about
sings
that scene?
when the steward is munching his tomatoes and it's
Like,
gross.
Yeah.
They're at least somewhat entertaining. I don't find Frodo or Sam entertaining ever, and it's Frodo the most of all. Sam I can tolerate more than Frodo, but Frodo, I absolutely like. I love the book Frodo, the movie Frodo. I hate the way he's portrayed. I hate it. That's just the way I feel. I'm sorry, but that's the way I feel about it.
What if the story was the whole time there was only Frodo and Sam was just a figment of his imagination, and it was the story about his struggle between him and his own subconscious? Would you like that better?
That would at least explain things.
Well,
a
too
little bit
fucking
better.
bad. That's not what it was. It was two hobbits who were from normal backgrounds being thrust into a situation, and they were dealing with it the best way they could. What do you?
No.
Ugh.
I don't know. I find every other part of the things interesting. The first time I watched the movies, I didn't have any complaints, but it's like going back and rewatching. I didn't expect to dislike the Hobbits. I just found myself like, another Hobbit scene. What are we gonna? Oh, the ring. It sucks. Oh God. Oh, it's such a burden. Boo hoo. I gotta do this thing that I volunteered for.
All right, Wade. The next time that you volunteer for anything, and I
Across a
later
three-movie trilogy?
subsequently hear you complain about anything having to do with that, I'm gonna fucking beat your ass.
It's not that he complained once. It's that's his entire character arc is
I would like to
whining
see you
and having to have Sam tell him he can do it.
100 miles barefoot and not complain about anything, let alone any of the other important facts about what they were doing.
All right.
Every scene with Frodo is that. Not
Wait.
just one, not two, every one.
I'm going to present an option to you. Say you're on an airplane and you're in your seat and it's nice and whatever. But this like pregnant lady with a kid, they're both sweet and quiet, but it's like, can you please switch seats with me so I can be next to my husband? And you're like, yeah, I'll volunteer for that. But then you go back to her seat and it's crammed up. Your knees don't fit. You've got no headspace. Your chair doesn't recline, but the person in front of you, their chair reclines double and it's in your lap. Are you telling me you're not going to complain even once? Not grumbling to yourself, because Frodo and Sam, they didn't know that hundreds of millions of people are watching them. It's just them. You're not going to complain?
Once versus every single time, like the camera would pan to me. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. The
All
camera
right, Wade.
pans.
All right. So
Yes, on the plane, there's a camera
to
always.
understand how movies work. In the storytelling of The Lord of the Rings, when the camera's not on Sam and Frodo, they're sort of just like quietly walking, they're climbing over things.
I wish they would show those scenes.
You want shots of Sam and Frodo just like,
Yes, over. I can't do it, Sam. Oh, Mr. Frodo, you can do it, Master Frodo. I believe in you, Master Frodo. Every scene.
All right, I got another hypothetical.
All right.
Say you're carrying this ring that you don't fully understand. It's cursed, but you don't know exactly how. You have to climb a staircase, but it's not a staircase. People say it's a staircase, but it's actually a mile-high sheer cliff face. All the while, this ring is whispering to you, telling you to give up, and you're hungry and you're out of shape and you haven't really done a journey like this before. Would you complain?
Oh, every scene. Every time the camera panned to me, I would be like, I can't do it. This ring is just telling me I'm
Did I
shitty, and
mention
this
you've
film really
already
sucks."
marched 500 miles to get to this staircase?
No, I would be whining every chance I got nonstop and still expecting all my friends to support me and tell me I could do it while having no care in the world for their well-being. How's that?
That's good. That makes sense. Yeah.
Do you remember Sam complaining? He
No.
didn't have to carry the ring. He was just like, he was Robin, and Robin didn't complain. He just was hype man.
What's your point here? wait, what point are you making?
They both just kept the same role. Like Frodo was never like, Sam, thank you, Sam. You can do it too. I believe in you. Sam's like, oh, Mr. Frodo, I don't know if I can hype you anymore. You can, Sam. You can hype me. No, it was just, I can't do it, Sam.
Don't you?
Mr. Frodo.
Wait, what about the time when Frodo pushed Sam away and like told him to go, and Sam did, but then Sam came back?
That was the closest to entertainment that the hobbits had the entire time. The only other close parts when Smeagol like bites Frodo and nearly kills him, and it's like, oh, thank God, he's on. No, fuck, he won. I shouldn't have to root against the good guys, but I did. I full out did. I was like, Sauron, please get a body and just stab them. Trees, please, like misstep and step right on one. Just crush their little hobbit skull.
I think you're just racist. Wait, hang on.
I think Wade might
What?
be a true Shane Dawson brand sociopath.
Again, the Hobbit movies, Bilbo, interesting the whole time. I found those movies fantastic.
Wait,
the Hobbit
what?
movies are fucking terrible. Excuse me?
I'm sorry.
What?
Oh my God.
What?
So I'm not okay. So I can't disagree with you guys, but you guys are free to hate on the movie.
Hang on,
I like.
let me go online and look for ratings for The Hobbit and see what people think about The Hobbit: An
I
Unexpected
have
Journey.
never cared once about watching
Metacritic,
something, other people's
58.
opinions on it.
The Hobbit: The Battle of Five, whatever the fuck, 59.
All right, it's fair that you like that movie because everyone deserves their own opinion. But why do you like it more than the original?
I just find the characters okay. Here's the most base explanation I can give. When I rewatched the Lord of the Rings movies, I rolled when the Hobbits came on screen. When I rewatched the Hobbit movies, I just enjoyed the experience like I did the first time. That's the best explanation, simplest explanation I can give, is I got upset when I had to hear Frodo and Sam talk, and I didn't get upset watching anything in the Hobbit movies. Were they perfect movies? No, but I usually, genuinely, it's hard for me to dislike a movie. The only other movies I can think off the top of my head I even don't like are like the first two Thor movies in the Marvel Universe. Most movies I just genuinely enjoy, but for some reason when Molly and I rewatched Lord of the Rings, I think I don't want to speak for her, I think she felt the same way I did. We were both like, Hobbits again, you want to make another bag of popcorn just so we don't have to be in here? Or at least I know I did that. That's my best explanation. I don't know.
All right.
The rest of the Lord of the Rings stuff, all great. Hobbit movies, I enjoyed them all. I'm sure there were bad parts, whatever, but nothing quite irked me like having to hear Frodo and Sam every 10 minutes saying the same 3 lines for 3 straight movies.
I think I get it.
Do you?
No, I do. I think I get it. I get why you didn't mind it on the first time through, and it did bother you on the repeat tasks, and every time you'd see it again it would get worse because the first times through it was a surprise-ish. If you read the books, you wouldn't, like, you didn't know how they were going to be portrayed, so every time they said something, whether or not it was substantial to you, was interesting because it was new, so you enjoyed that. But then every other time you build up this, like, okay, I know they're just going to complain here, so like when we get to this scene, nothing's going to really happen, even though what's happening is more nuanced and on like a very like difficult, emotionally challenging level that's not exciting to watch again. I think I get it. The Hobbit,
Okay.
while it's lacking in story and substance to an extreme, like at least the characters are, I hate to say the word more entertaining because I fundamentally disagree. I hate those characters so goddamn much, except for Bilbo, because Bilbo, I love the guy who plays Bilbo, and he brings a lot of energy to that role. But every dwarf couldn't care less about. But
I didn't really care about the dwarves. I just didn't hate the dwarves.
I get. Probably because most of them didn't speak.
There you go. Maybe that's all I need.
I think a full half of them had less than 10 lines throughout the whole entire 3 movies. But I think I get where you're coming from. I don't agree with it, but I think I get it.
I don't expect you guys to agree. You don't have to agree. Like, people like and dislike different things. That's just the way the world is. Right, Bob? Bob, you agree? Bob?
So next topic.
Yeah,
right,
next.
I'll play this game. I see what game we're playing. Has everyone seen the newest Spider-Man, Far From Home?
I have not.
Oh, well then never mind.
Yeah, I have not because
I want to go see it, but I've not gotten to see it yet.
I just haven't.
I've not seen Stranger Things season 3 yet either, and I want to see that.
I'm only halfway through that.
I'll play that game. I think Stranger Things is overrated.
Okay.
I've only seen most of season 1. I don't get it. Everyone goes fucking crazy for these TV shows where they have a really strong aesthetic, but I don't think the storytelling itself is actually that compelling. I think everyone just gets really fucking wrapped up and oh, it's 1980s. Oh, they're in the AV club.
I think
CD
the
radio.
interesting thing.
Oh my god, it's what? Why?
The first time watching Stranger Things, the season 1 thing that was compelling for me was we didn't know what was going on, and the exciting part was figuring out what was actually happening in the town. And I don't want to spoil it for everyone that's not seen it, but
that is true. The thing about season 1 that intrigued me was okay, what the fuck is happening with 11, and what is this stuff? What is that? What is that?
And there was just enough character stuff that by season 2, it's okay, well, now I want to see what happens with the characters and where's it going to go next. Is there more crazy shit we're going to learn about? Is it more of the same? What's it going to be? And now I'm hooked enough on the characters because I've been watching them for 2 seasons, and it's over the course of several years that it's okay, well, now I'm into it. Is it perfect? No, but the story intrigued me enough, and then over time I got hooked onto the characters, and now I just want to know how it ends. That's my thing with Stranger Things, is it was so different in season 1 that I was intrigued, and then I was hooked by the time the next seasons came out.
Well, that's interesting, because from Twitter I got the impression that everyone in the entire world except for me really loves Stranger Things, but
I really enjoy it, but I don't think it's the best show ever.
Oh yeah, I think it's a good watch. I think it has a lot of things that struck at the right moment, because 3 years ago Vaporwave was really hitting hard, and it had a very charming aesthetic, and I think there's something to be said about a really great opening. There's something real a good title screen, and it's got one of my favorite title screens of all time, because it is
the music's catchy too. I like the music for it.
The music is fantastic. I love that theme.
It's great about setting the mood, and it harkens back to all these classic horror movies, which I like, not for their good storytelling, but just because it's got a good feel to it. There's a lot of things that are intangible like that people can latch onto, and I think just it had a bunch of those things. The music was aesthetically pleasing and catchy. The looks were aesthetically pleasing. The characters were nice in terms of being able to latch onto and identify with them. They didn't have the most depth in the world. D&D, nerd culture, kind of was having a resurgence at the time, and so it had a lot of elements that people could latch onto. I don't think it's the greatest story in the world, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, I enjoy it too. I agree with everything you just said. Basically, there's a lot of things in there, the D&D things, the references they make throughout the show. The kids are, I mean, they're pretty well, their characters are pretty well done, in the sense that by the time I've gotten through season 2, some of their conflicts seem silly, but it's probably something that would actually be a conflict if you were younger. So they've done a pretty good job on that. I don't have many complaints about the show. I'm intrigued to see how season 3 goes, and then I might have more to say about whether I think it's going in a good or bad direction.
All right, well, that completely backfired, which I guess goes to prove our point, Mark. There's nothing like Lord of the Rings else in the world that is as universally either well regarded or completely ignored, and Wade's opinion is wrong.
Have you guys seen Haunting of Hill House on Netflix?
No.
No.
It's like a horror series. I think they're gonna have a season 2. But Molly and I, we got totally hooked on Haunting of Hill House.
I've heard it was good. I heard it was very good.
I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't go in expecting the best show in the whole world, but it was a fun, enjoyable ride that I'm really glad I went on.
Mhm.
So recommend Haunting of Hill House. Not sponsored. Wish I was. Call me, sponsor me, pay me.
All right.
Love me.
Okay. Got
Mom.
it.
You get a lot of mom sponsorships these days. That's what I call it when my parents send me money because I'm not actually earning money doing my job.
Mhm.
Get a little mom sponsorship.
I do have a couple of other topics here that I found.
I kind of want to keep making fun of you about the whole Lord of the Rings situation.
I know you
I
do.
guess we can move on.
I know you do, but like, it's time. It's time.
It's time. Yeah, it's time. I agree. It is time.
Just because you
So-
say it's time.
A couple things in the news. Actually, pretty much all this stuff's pretty new information. But yesterday I streamed Dauntless on Twitch, and I found out that I guess some people were not streaming on Twitch because people were protesting the fact that it was Amazon Prime Day, not for the fact that there were a bunch of good deals, but for protesting labor conditions, workers' conditions, pay, et cetera, in some of the Amazon warehouses. And these protests, it was like, I don't know how many people were protesting, but there were allegedly protests in Shakopee, Minnesota, in New York City, Seattle, San Francisco, places across Europe, specifically Germany was mentioned. Amazon, from what I read, seemed to downplay it. They were like, oh, like 15 people protested. It was all part of this third party who hates us, who organized it and got everyone to protest. And they're not actually protesting us. If they want to protest anything, they should protest the federal government to have them raise minimum wage from $7 an hour to like $15 an hour. So that was kind of like their response from what I could tell. I posted a link. You guys can share it with the chat if you want to, but that's where I got most of my information from. So I will post this out here if you guys would like to see it. But yeah, I didn't know that some people were not streaming because of that. So I didn't know if that was something I was like a bad person for still streaming yesterday, if it was okay. But apparently, yeah, it was a big thing.
I mean,
it seems like. Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just gonna. It seems like, not that this is a rule or anything, but it seems like the protests, at least what I'm reading about them, it sort of just were like everything goes. It wasn't like a unified protest. It wasn't like Amazon employees were like, we demand health insurance, we demand better conditions. It was just like large groups of people who dislike Amazon for various of their own reasons, and not that they're not valid. I'm actually dislike Amazon myself for my own reasons, but it seems like a weird thing. I mean, I guess they're the ones who did Prime Day, but like, why was it such a weird smattering of disorganized, just like shouting at Amazon Day? I don't know. I'm totally on board with protesting things, especially big corporations that do sketchy things. I feel like if you're gonna protest, part of that is to have, one, a cohesive message, and two, some level of organization and you know, some level of, I don't know, communication. It seems like there were protests everywhere. All of them were different groups of people. Some of them had very little to do with Amazon workers. Some of them were about Amazon work. I don't know. Some of them were about Amazon selling services to ICE, and it just seems like that's not, you know, outrage is outrage, but that's not an effective way to actually protest for the purpose of pressuring Amazon to do anything about it other than laugh at all those silly liberals protesting us or whatever. Like, I don't know. It seems weird.
Yeah, I think there probably was a cohesive message in there, definitely a core element of people that were like, we need to protest for better wages and working conditions, and I definitely respect those, and I wouldn't want to downplay those for the sake of other people at the same time using it as a bandwagon to get like their own complaints across. I think the challenge with those things is with the ease of organizing things on the internet. Once people catch on to something, because they've done Prime Day protests before, other people are going to be like, oh, this is the day we're all going to do this. And then, you know, the thread gets lost in the nest of people that want to complain. But overall, like, I agree. Like, I'm all for people complaining about things, and I'm all for like people, well, like fighting for better working conditions and stuff like that. I mean, I have no sympathy for any company that has their bottom line hurt because their employees are protesting their work conditions. I have no sympathy for that. So everybody, protest all you want and fight as hard as you need.
The sad thing is, like, I used to work at the federal courthouse, and I remember listening to a case where Time Warner Cable was involved. They were being sued by somebody, and they were like, yeah, we want you to increase, we want you to do better with this and this. And Time Warner Cable's argument was actually like this. It was, all right, well, you know, if you rule in favor of them, we'll pay, and then we'll raise our prices, and our customers will pay to reimburse us. So if you want to charge the people more money to get blah 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 blah, that's fine. It'll just end up coming out of your pockets anyway. And I think that's the ultimate problem with a lot of the big business stuff, is you're never going to get the CEO to give himself a pay cut. They're going to just raise prices, and they're going to take it out of either their employees, their customers, or both. And that's the sad, unfortunate thing, is it always ends up coming back down to us, because they're not going to pay that price. They're going to charge everyone else that price. And that was just a heartbreaking thing to hear, was them basically like, I don't care if we win or lose this case, we're not going to end up dealing with it. It'll be you all that pay for it, so whatever. And I think, as someone who worked retail, I've worked various jobs where I've been one of the underlings, and yeah, working conditions oftentimes really do suck. I don't know how bad they are for the Amazon employees. They're probably, if they're protesting, it's got to be worse than whatever I dealt with. And those should be better. But ultimately, it's hard to see a company take responsibility for itself rather than just shift the blame and the punishment somewhere else and take it out on someone else. And that's the sad thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
That's good. All right. Now,
all right. Is this yours, Mark? Is this what you want to talk
about? Something that is
all right.
Just freaking hilarious to me.
Please explain. I don't understand this.
You don't know what this means? Okay, I want to talk about.
I know about it. I just don't understand it.
I want to talk about Area 51.
Do you know how it started?
Yes.
Why did this start?
There was it was either a petition. I don't remember the website, but there was a petition or a like join me in this kind of thing website, and basically it was like, come help me storm Area 51 to set free the aliens or something like that. And basically everyone decided to do it. Like everyone like dogpiled on this, or like, yes, absolutely, we're going in September, I think is the date for it, unless it's October or something like that. But the reason I bring it up is like, because of course the concept's dumb. Of course, like the idea is dumb, but the memes coming out of this are so unbelievably funny. Like there is some of the funniest things I've seen come out of like a bullshit topic in my life. So if any of you have not seen the Area 51 memes, just because there's like, people have like come up with plans, like there's different plans for like different types of internet subcultures that are gonna like start running around Area 51 at different angles. But it also got me thinking, like, if people actually did that, there is very little that anyone could do to stop them, which I think is a very fascinating thing to think about. Like, the reason I bring it up is not just for the memes, but also just like to come up with like, if enough people if enough people in America or any other country in the world stormed something with no concern for casualties, there is very little that could be done, because it would emulate just a zombie apocalypse. You get 200,000 people charging anything, that thing is going down. Like it's just a fascinating idea. You know what I mean?
I mean, one, maybe that would be a good thing a little bit in terms of natural selection. But two, I think the other side of that is that happens with non-zombie humans in cases of like, I don't know, like the French Revolution or countries where there's oppression, and people are like, I don't care if I die. I'm going to charge at these armed military forces just with my fists and a whatever and my flag, because I can't live like this. I hope there aren't enough people in the world who are like, I don't care if I die.
I mean,
I want to be inside Area 51. I'm gonna charge at those armed military guards with my fists out. Like, I mean, maybe if that's how maybe you should. Maybe
the
that's not a bad thing
description
for the human race if you die, I guess, in that way, if that's what you believe. But that seems fucking crazy to me.
the description of their thing was like, if we Naruto run, their bullets can't get us all. Let's see those aliens. It was something like that. I remember reading that. Naruto
Excuse
run.
you,
And that-
you non-Naruto. I don't know what it is.
Naruto. I don't know.
Naruto. I don't know.
Naruto.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just so. It's just. I'm looking at memes. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're good. The government response, I just Googled this. The Air Force spokesperson's response was, any attempt to illegally access the area is highly discouraged. And that's like all they've said.
What I think is going to happen is like the day's going to come and then like 100 people are going to show up and they're just going to have a little bit of party outside the gates. And they're all there's going to be a bunch of stupid videos of people Naruto running in a circle being like, oh, I'm doing it. And just people are going to get their shots and their memes and then it's going to like nothing's going to happen. There's no legitimate reason that anyone would actually charge Area 51 because people have been shot and killed doing that before. They are not joking in there. They will shoot you.
Yeah.
But
I imagine they would. Did you see the Yoda one? The image of Yoda?
no.
So it says time traveler arrives from 2029. Me. So did those people actually storm Area 51? Time traveler. Ah, you mean the Great Area 51 massacre? And then it's just an image of Yoda's face looking like very forlorn.
Yeah, I'm really risking my channel by I'm literally full screen on Imager. I can't see what's coming next.
Oh god.
Like this is a risky game I'm playing.
Yeah, that is a very risky game. I'm showing the Yoda.
I'm not going back to my thing at all. I'm just slowly scrolling. If I see a nip, I'm done.
I see how I'm gonna enter Area 51 versus how I'm gonna leave. It's entering with a bicycle. It's leaving with ET flying them out. I'm also gonna quit scrolling without being able to see what's coming now.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm gonna bail out.
That's a weird one, man. It's just a weird one, you know.
Oh wait, I wasn't showing anything. Wait, I'm sorry. I wasn't showing anybody
That's
anything.
even better.
I'm
for
an
you,
idiot.
probably.
I was
That's
just
probably
laughing to
safer.
myself. They weren't even able to tell me because it was an emote only mode. So I'm just dumb.
Ooh, what emotes were you going with, chat?
I don't know, just alien emotes. Yeah, I'm pretty.
I know,
dumb.
but how are they trying to communicate with you? It's hard.
I have
Oh no, an
idea.
ad
Alright.
popped up. Go away.
Let me go back to the ones that made me
Oh hey,
laugh
it's
a
the
little
Amazon
bit.
Prime Day ad.
Wait, this
Topical.
one really made me
Uh-huh.
laugh. There you go. I gotta get. I can't see
We could probably
chat.
go over these memes all day.
Oh yeah, I mean that's some people's careers just looking at memes.
Oh, you just get throw shade like that?
What
Damn.
am I throwing shade? that's a legit statement.
The tone of your voice, sir.
Some people's jobs are that looking at memes. Meanwhile, I have a real job playing
Yeah.
video games
Obviously,
like a real person.
like we're doing right now, playing video games.
There's a kayak from Melbourne to Area 51 because can't afford a plane ticket.
All right.
So, I feel old. This makes me feel old. Is this like the new subscribe PewDiePie? Is this just gonna be a thing? Every Davey50 whatever is gonna make a video about playing bass at Area 51. Someone's gonna do a song, and then someone's gonna do a diss track, and then
Well, I mean, yeah, it's
Alien
popular.
Dicks is gonna be the next hot meme song for like 3 weeks, and then Felix is gonna do it, and it's gonna become not cool to like it anymore. What
Yeah, it's a meme.
What is the trajectory of this weird ass meme? I
It's-
don't understand it.
It's just anything that gets popular. This is what happens. It gets to a point, a critical threshold, where people start recreating their own content about it, and then it peters out after a while. Like, you do sound old, man.
I know. Well, I like memes in terms of like funny connections and pictures that are pop culture references, and like I get a lot of memes. This sort of shit I don't get.
This is so funny though. Like, to me, it's so stupid, and that's part of the reason why it's so funny. Like, I love taking stupid shit this seriously. Like, that's the kind of shit that I love.
Didn't we literally just do this with our stupid pedaling plane thing last week?
Yeah, that's the idea. It's everyone yes-anding each other. That's what it is. It's just a global yes-and. That's all it is.
It's a very generous way to put it, but I'll allow it.
Okay, yeah. It's not a coordinated one, and it's not following any rules, but like, and definitely like this idea of making a meme about anything and trying to be opportunistic about that is, there are certain parts where it's just terrible, like absolutely awful, and like it's the worst thing that could be done. But when it's funny, it's really funny.
I guess the thing that's great about this one is like, theoretically no one's going to be dumb enough to actually do it, but the thought of it is just really funny because it is so ridiculously stupid, because everyone wants to see what's inside Area 51. Nobody's going to charge at the gates unless they expect to actually get gunned down by like missiles and drones and probably like pop-up turrets and machine guns and alien lasers and maybe aliens and some alien guns and alien ships.
I found a really good one. Necessary items for Area 51 attack: Heelys for speed and transportation, an Uno reverse card, an "if you shoot me you're gay" t-shirt, and Keanu Reeves for moral support. God, it's so stupid. Oh, sorry. Continue what we're saying.
I don't know. There's not anything else. I mean, there's tons of memes, but there's no actual news related to it other than
no, it's
Eric
not news.
Like, hey, don't do that.
This is not news. Are we news people or so we are?
I mean, like, I don't know if there's anything else to cover from that, from like giving them more information other than just sharing more memes and just reveling in it. I like some of the news headlines that have come out, like top stories: Storm Area 51. It's a joke, but the Air Force is concerned.
All right, well, this raises a question for me, I guess, because of how I feel about this one. I don't watch everything, but like I would say this is comparable, at least in terms of the way it's blown up, to the sub PewDiePie thing, in the way that it progressed and it became like content everywhere, started circling around it a little bit.
Yeah. And
I sort of found that really funny. A lot of the sub to PewDiePie stuff, I thought it was really funny. Obviously there were some issues where people took it too far, but like I got that one. It's something about that one. I got the joke. I found it funny. This one, I don't know why, it just doesn't resonate with me. I can't describe it. And you guys obviously like it. Has there ever been anything like that where like you felt completely left out?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Everyone found some shit funny and you were like, oh God. Ugh.
Yeah, I can't remember any specifically off the top of my head, but I know that's happened. Like I think it happens all the time. Like not everything has to be funny to absolutely everyone. But
I hate it when it's uncomfortable, like when someone's laughing about something that you just don't find funny at all, but like it's just either just you two or else it's two people that do find it funny and then you, and you're like that odd one there. It's like, yeah, it's not funny, but like I'll give you a fake chuckle just so you guys don't like punch me or something.
Yeah. The last thing I want to do is be that guy when everyone's laughing being like, everybody shut up, stop laughing, what are you doing, who are you? Like, this ain't funny at all. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
That's good. I don't think you should do it like that.
I mean, what?
I mean, if that was the way that you chose to do that, I would find that more palatable than just, just quietly and calmly telling everyone to shut up because it's not funny.
That's fair. Yeah.
You at least do it with style.
Yeah, like rip off your shirt and just like start screaming, grab some dirt, rub it on your face while you're saying it. That way they think you're just flat out crazy and then they're less likely to do anything about it other than just leave.
Yeah, I think having the attitude of being like, that's not funny, why are you laughing, is just gonna make people do it more. Because I think it's just like a feedback loop at that point.
Yeah, there definitely is that response where if someone doesn't like something, you like do it more to them. Yeah, that's something stupid we've all probably done too. Well, while storming, here's a nice little segue for you. While storming into Area 51 might not actually happen, storming out of jail is something that Soulja Boy did. He's free, guys.
Oh,
He's free.
Wait,
He was
so
released
did he break
146
out?
days early.
Did he break out?
No, he was let out due to good behavior, time served, and overcrowding. Maybe he bribed them with some Soulja pods. Who knows? But our boy is out.
Why can't I find? Oh, here he is. Did he tweet? You talking about it?
I just saw a news story. I
haven't seen
googled Soulja
anything.
Boy, and that was like a top news story.
Damn, I'm glad that you checked in on Soulja Boy.
Yeah. So like literally a day ago is when this news came out. Soulja Boy released from jail and immediately sued for skipping gig. It's one of the top headlines. Well, Soulja Boy's time. This is hiphopdx.com. Soulja Boy's time behind bars may be over, but his legal issues aren't. After securing an early release from jail in his probation violation case, Big Draco has been hit with a lawsuit for no showing an event in April. Oh God.
How's he ever gonna get his tech empire going again if he can't keep himself out of trouble?
I don't know.
So Mark, when do you get your Soulja bike? Soulja swag?
Soulja
whatever
bike?
it is.
I didn't know he had a bike. I have been
I
thinking
thought he
about.
had a bike on there.
Did he have a bike? I've been thinking about getting an electric bike. I thought that would be cool.
Those do look fun.
I mean, either that or like I've been talking to some of the Corridor Digital people, and they've been super getting me into like a one wheel, and I've never contemplated a one wheel in my life. But now I'm like,
guys.
huh?
You know the corridor guys?
I don't know him well, but you know, I've just I reached out to him to help me with a project, and Nico I met a couple years back at a creator summit, and we hung out there, and just we haven't hung out since. So like hanging out with him a little bit, and then I went over to their office. It's super cool. And then Brandon from Freddie W, and like him and Freddie, they used to work together. Now Brandon is in the office right next to them, and it's like, holy shit, hi. How are you doing?
He does Node stuff, right? And he works on. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Do you know Soulja Boy?
Yeah, we're buddies.
That's cool.
Yeah, we're
Did you
buddies.
meet in Van Nuys jail?
Yep.
You hear it here first,
where-
folks. Markiplier was in jail. Watch out.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Oh, I don't have my breaking news thing up. No. Do-do-do-do-do. That's my best impersonation of mine. Whatever. Here's just to add to my Soulja Boy stuff to forget about my breaking news failure there. He's being sued for bailing on a gig at the Lux Lounge in Birmingham, Alabama, after being paid almost $9,000 up front. His manager allegedly claimed his client wasn't able to make it due to a missed flight.
Missed flight?
He missed his flight.
I guess
and
technically,
the flight
yeah.
wasn't canceled or delayed, but he missed his flight, and that was the excuse as to why he didn't show up. He didn't bail on you; he just missed his flight.
I mean, it would be hard. He had Soulja stuff. You know?
Yeah, his Soulja flight was he just missed his Soulja flight for undisclosed reasons. He wasn't at the airport in time to make it to his flight. The promoter believes that he was partying in Las Vegas instead of attending his gig, but honestly, his manager said he just missed his flight. There's no parties. No, he didn't even exist for that amount of time. Soulja just was off the face of the earth, guys. Trust me, he missed his flight. Nothing to see here. Keep moving. Go back to Area 51. That's all I got. I'm done. You guys are very quiet today, and it's scaring me.
Yeah, man.
Are you just still looking at Area 51?
No,
memes?
no, I'm not.
Are you still just looking at Area 51 memes over there?
No. What are you talking about?
I don't believe you.
Well, check the multi-stream. Check the multi-stream. What are you?
That's an Area 51.
No,
meme. What do you
wait
mean?
until you check the multi-stream. Wait a little bit.
Oh, okay. Now it's just you.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
me.
He's telling the truth. Wade. He's just hanging out.
It's just me.
I see an advertisement for a guy with a guitar.
All right, cool. Wait, on the
Oh,
multi-stream?
hey, look, it's just you, Mark.
It's
It
just
is
me.
just
It's
you.
just
Mark
me.
not doing anything else.
It's just
All right, that's
me.
fair. That's fair. All
Just
right.
Totally
me.
fine.
I'm going off the multi-stream, so don't do anything. Don't do anything shady here. So, what's our next topic here?
It's another
You guys have more
Wade
to say about
one.
Soulja Boy.
No, that's just a little update. He's gotta do something. When's he gonna do something?
Yeah, when does he do something? I mean, he got sued, so that is doing something, I guess.
That's more like getting dude on, but whatever.
Someone's claiming that Mark's posting videos. What does that mean?
I mean,
Mark, what's that mean?
Is Mark releasing his?
Are you,
You know,
scheduling a video right now?
it's 2019. People don't understand the concept of scheduling videos. About how I can do that before I go live, even here,
Mark,
and then
why
it
are
will...
you doing that at the
Are you
exact
editing
same
your
time as we're
videos?
trying
Yes,
to do this?
I
Right now?
I have done that before on a stream. I have made a thumbnail.
I've done that too.
like, yeah.
I've done that. I fully admit I've done that too.
And I'll just go, yeah, wow, for a little bit, and you guys don't notice the difference, but
That's about as much as you contribute.
yeah.
Yeah, you do. There are times where we can tell you've zoned out, but we just kind of accept it at this point.
What do you mean? I never zone out.
Yeah.
I
I
gotta
remember a very important meeting we had before the You're Welcome tour, where every single sentence discussed was of vital importance, and I looked over and your watch was in 500 pieces, and you went, "Yeah, that's fine." To every question asked. And then whenever we got there, you're like, "Well, I didn't decide this." I think the rest of the guys, I just looked at each other, we're just like, So yeah, you're right. You've never done that before.
How you gonna just drag out private, personal business dealings? And
That was so unspecific. There were so
forum like
little
this.
specifics.
Called out. Mark is just called out right
I
now so
feel
hard.
it, yeah, I feel
Hey,
it.
after you guys came after me for my Frodo hatred, I felt some inner turmoil boiling.
You're not a good person.
Mhm.
Just want you to know that.
Because I don't like Frodo.
It's worse than that, but you can phrase it that way if you want.
Please delve into me. Why am I bad?
Okay, one, you're changing history because you just said you don't like Frodo when you spent a long time explaining the full extent of how much you hate Frodo and Sam. Not to
Okay.
mention Merry and Pippin. You did not like them. You actively dislike them.
Okay.
Two, I hate you, so you're a bad person.
Oh.
Let's talk about Ubisoft. That's a good topic.
All right, cool, man. Let's do
Segue,
it.
Is it really? I'm trying to be cool, but it shook me a little bit that your take on the hobbits in the Lord of the Rings franchise is concerning. In a very personal way for me. I don't know why.
don't feel like it's that crazy of a take. I feel like there are many other people out there who feel the same way I do, but they're afraid to speak out about how bad the hobbits were because of people like you that'll jump on them and attack them for speaking the truth. But yeah, Ubisoft. Mark, you want to go over Ubisoft?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Over
Mark,
100.
why is there an Area 51 meme on your screen right now?
Talking about? Ubisoft introducing Uplay Plus. Over 100 games revealed to be available with subscription service. Subscription price is $15 a month. At least 40 titles will launch as the premium editions, including additional content, expansions, DLC, etc., to add to subscription value. Worth it?
That's the question. But did you literally just read all those bullet points word for word?
Worth
Yeah,
it.
what?
is
As
this
if you
thinking it's
guys
gonna
haven't
do?
done
You
the
don't put that
exact
on
same
there.
thing.
Well, yeah, I know, but I also gave the link. There's more
I'm
info.
not gonna click
Just
on a
kinda
link.
like
I'm busy.
I know.
You know what Mark's working on.
I know what he's working on.
Oh my god, I didn't realize there were so many Assassin's Creed games. What the hell?
Basically, the thing
Like
is,
18
it's
Assassin's Creed titles.
$15 a month, but you do get access to like the more expensive versions of the games. So you get like the online deluxe edition with the season pass included for a lot of these and stuff. There is a lot of like every Assassin's Creed ever, I think, is on this.
I mean, that's really good, like, I guess.
Quite a few.
I mean, I know it's coming. The subscription storm will always march on, and soon everything will. All you'll have to do is pay a flat $500 fee. You'll get everything you could ever want delivered to your door, entertainment wise.
Is this good for the game devs though? I mean, if they're older titles, yes, but like for newer titles, is it good?
I don't really expect, unless it's a Ubisoft title, I don't really expect a lot of new titles to come with services like this. Is kind of the thing.
I know there's
not why this exists.
There's a logical mathematical equation, and I'm pretty sure, you know, in a given year for the average consumer, they probably pay like maybe very average, like $100 on games a year. And if they can pay $15 a month, they're exceeding that average value. Therefore, it doesn't matter how many titles they give them. Like, I get it from a logical sense and a business sense, and like it makes sense. But also, I have so many subscriptions. I have so many. Like, I have subscriptions that I'm still paying for that I don't even use. Like World of Warcraft. I have subscriptions that I pay for that I don't even know I'm paying for. Probably like just in different places. Like it's so like just mind-numbingly frustrating to have to constantly, every app I download now, I have to sign up for a new account and I have to remember that password. Everything has an option where it's free to start, but if you subscribe for only $2 a year, it's like, I don't want that. Like, I just, like, give me an ad. Like, at the end of the day, like, all I want is just, like, give me ad. I don't care if it's like 10 ads. I'd rather do that than sign up for an account or pay for a subscription. I just, like, I can't. It's such a burden at this point. So anyway.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing too. I feel like the way subscriptions are spitting off, and companies are, especially in like video, like TV and movie space, companies are taking their titles off of Netflix so they can do their own subscription service. And we're getting back to the place, we're getting back to the environment from which the huge boom in pirating media sort of originally spawned, where it was like, there's no reasonable way for a person, an average person, to either be able to afford to buy all the media they would be interested in consuming, or to even find it, because there's like 1,000 different places where you can only get, if you want certain titles and you don't want to pay full price, but you have to subscribe to this thing, and then it's just like, this is, and not that it's dual, because all these games are, you know, increasingly, even games that are largely single player are online only. You have to connect to the servers. You have to be on the most recent patch. So it's not like you can pirate them, but this is exactly the climate that drove people to just be like, fuck all of this. I'm stealing it. If I can, I'm stealing it. And otherwise I'm not paying for 40 subscriptions to different things. Like it's a little, the fracturing it's gone too far. It's like Android up in here. Nobody wants Android level platform fracturing, but that's how it feels at this point.
Yes, I agree.
Agreed. And again, I think about the game devs and whether this kind of stuff is beneficial to them or not. Again, like I said, for older titles, I guess it's nice to have that like resurgence of like, oh, we'll pay you so much to put this game on our platform or whatever. If they are, since it's a Ubisoft title, I don't know if they can even say no. Probably not. But for new titles, it's just like, I don't know. Maybe it balances out and helps them. Maybe it doesn't. I lean toward it probably not helping them out.
I guess the other thing that I've seen with these sorts of things, these sorts of subscriptions, too, is like, if you look at the VentureBeat article where they have the full list of titles, it's like, oh wow, look at that. It's like 15 Assassin's Creed games, all the like expansions and ultimate editions, and it's like, cool, awesome. But you know, this is what they launch with, and next year they're like, well, it's $20 a month actually. We're losing money on that.
Yeah, that
And then
too.
next year they're like, we can't keep all these titles. It's going to be a rotating thing. So you know, if every quarter it's different titles that are accessed, but it's not just all of them. And then the year after that, it's like, there's a premium edition if you want to get all the titles, but you can get a base edition for $15 a month where you get like 10 titles. And then it's like, this going in on this right now, whenever it launches, is probably worth the money, but it's one of those where they just chip away at it, and eventually you're like, why am I subscribed to this? I barely get anything. I don't want to pay $30 a month for the premium Uplay Plus subscription or whatever. Like, it never lasts, and it's never. The whole point is to suck you all in and then chip away, make more money, increase the price. Maybe that's just me being jaded, but that's how they all work. Every subscription goes that way.
That's part of the business strategy. You get people in the door even if it's at a loss. Like, it's how consoles sell their consoles. Like, they just need people to play them, so they buy the games so that they can have a licensing fee. Like, that's it's just business. Like, that's how it would be done.
Yeah.
And I just I want what I pay for, and if it's something that I'm not paying for, like, I just want to be subjected to a barrage of ads at the highest velocity possible to get it out of the way. Like, that's what that's all I want. Yeah.
Hyper aggressive. I mean, why can't I know a lot of games require constant connection to the server because they're battle royales or there are massive online stuff or whatever. What I would pay some sort of premium to just get like a DRM free copy that was like 3 updates for life. All you need is your whatever. You get a product key or whatever. You own this version, this one copy of this game in perpetuity. No subscription fees. No, until we shut the servers down or whatever. Like, I know that's not how games are as much anymore, but they could still do that. I mean, and then there'd probably be some scandal around that too. But the whole system is kind of fucked in terms of.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Actually, what does DRM stand for? That's a good point. I know that
DRM,
it means
digital rights management.
It's basically digital rights management. It just
Don't
means it's
rub-
not copy
don't rub
protected or
meat.
anything, but
Don't rub me.
Don't rub meats.
Don't rub meats. Don't rub me. Daring real man.
I like Mark's joke better. Digital rights management. Good one, Mark.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Turn it into a meme. Make
Yeah,
millions.
thank you guys for everything too.
You're welcome, Wade.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. This has been a really amicable and friendly podcast. I feel like everyone's been really nice to each other,
Yeah.
especially me.
Like always, man. Like always.
Anyway.
Next topic. What is this?
Do you want me to read this one and make up information about a topic I don't really know about, Wade?
Yeah.
I could, if you guys don't know, I will. So, Pokemon Sword and Shield were announced, I think, sometime last year. People have been very excited because it's coming out for the Switch, and people have been wanting a new Pokemon title for the Switch for some time. But come to find out, for the first time in the game's history, and the first game launched back in like 1995, 1996, where this is generation, I think, Gen 8. So for 7 generations of Pokemon, every Pokemon generation that's come out has included all of the previous Pokemon, including all the new ones. As of Gen 7, I believe there were 807 Pokemon that were all able to be caught, transferred, whatever, in Gen 7. Gen 8 will not have that feature. There are going to be a lot of the old Pokemon. There are going to be a whole bunch of new Pokemon, apparently. I don't know how many new ones. I assume 100, 200, somewhere in that range. And people were very upset because they assumed that they were going to reuse some of the assets from like Sun and Moon, XY, etc. And they didn't really have a good excuse for not allowing you to have all the 1,000 Pokemon in the games. But I think it was I forget who reported it. There was an interview where someone said they're not reusing the assets. They're actually remaking all the Pokemon models for Sword and Shield. So, Mark, what are you doing with your face there?
I just don't care. I just don't care. I don't care.
You don't care? So for Pokemon fans, it's a big deal. I'm assuming you don't play Pokemon.
No.
You really?
No.
I found that surprising.
I played it.
I do too.
I played Red. I enjoyed that very much on the Game Boy.
But you love games where you have to do monotonous, grindy bullshit to finish things, to fill in every entry. Like you do that kind of, you play those kind of games.
Yeah, hold on. You're on my ass for not liking Frodo and Sam, and you hate Pokemon.
I didn't say I hate it.
Yeah, he didn't say he hated it.
No,
If you
think
don't like
Pokemon's
it, you hate
fine.
it.
I like it
You're
fine.
either on our side or their side.
I enjoyed it the first time I played it.
Did you try the newer games? Like
I
after
played
Gen 1?
Pokemon Go a bit.
That's not.
I watched Amy play the one with Eevee. It looked interesting.
Yeah, let's go Eevee.
Yeah.
Those were an interesting take, but it was still basically Gen 1, I believe, wasn't it?
You know, the funny thing about that is it wouldn't matter if it was basically Gen 1 or Gen 7. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference because they're all the same game. They're all the exact
I mean, they do.
same
They have kept the same formula
game.
for a long time.
the same game. It's the same. So why are people mad when they're still new thing and they just want same thing? They mad because they not
Isn't
get
each
same
WoW
thing?
expansion just the same thing too?
Pretty much, yeah. I stopped
I mean,
playing
you were
that
into
too.
that.
Yeah, I just like it's the same. It's
But that's the
same.
thing you were okay with.
I am okay with it. I'm not upset about it. I just don't care. I'm fine.
Okay.
If everyone wants to play Pokemon, but it's just like this is like not a concern that I have anything to do with. So I will
Okay.
just be here.
All right.
Listen.
Well, that's it. I won't bore Mark with this interesting tidbit for Pokemon fans anymore. I'm so sorry for wasting your valuable time with this news.
Got him.
God, thank you.
But yeah, so that's their reason for not including all the Pokemon. You guys can feel, I guess, however you want to about it. But
I mean, I don't really invest that much time in Pokemon games either,
yeah.
but I do feel like having over 800 Pokemon all in the same game is a little unnecessary.
They are all in the same game. That was the last generation. The new one will be
right,
closer to
but like,
1,000.
Yeah, with all the new ones they're adding in
Gotta
the new
catch them all,
thing,
Bob.
who, like, just not that I'm an expert on this, but like ecologically speaking, is it even possible for that number of different species of things to exist in the relatively small region that Pokemon games take place in? Like that, there would be like one different type of Pokemon per little patch of grass across the entire universe.
So the way that
some of them you would never find ever.
they don't want them all to be catchable in the wild. They want you to be able to transfer them from other games like you have been able to in the past. So like whenever Pokemon moved from like Game Boy to the DS, there was a way to, I don't remember if it was Bank or what the hell it was called, but there were different ways to transfer them from old games. So if you had like tournament exclusive Mew from Gen 1, there were ways to transfer it all the way up to Gen 6.
Oh my god.
But if you can't catch Mew in the wild in the new games, people aren't upset about that. It's the fact that you cannot get it into the game in any way, shape, or form. I don't know Mew specifically. I'm just making up one.
Okay,
Right.
I could understand that if there was someone who had a Pokemon with them since like the first transferable game and they weren't able to keep them with. That makes sense because that is something that like I get. Like it's something you hold with you. It's a memorabilia. It's like a cherished thing. So I get
Even if it's not the specific Pokemon from Gen 1, it's the fact that like let's say Bulbasaur is your favorite Pokemon ever. And every single game you play, you transfer your Bulbasaur over, and as soon as you're able to put him in your party, you do, and you always take him to the Elite Four or whatever. Bulbasaur is your dude, and now they're telling you you cannot have it, and it's something that they've allowed for 20 years, and now all of a sudden they're saying, "Well, too bad that's your favorite one. You can't have access to it." That's, I guess, why people are upset. It's the fact that they've done it. Now after like they've spoiled everyone, then they're like, no more cookies. And I think it's a combination of those things.
That makes sense. I get that. I respect that.
Yeah, but everyone thought that they were reusing assets and they were just being lazy about it. Turns out they're remaking all the assets, and I guess remaking all the assets for 1,000 Pokemon's a little bit of an endeavor. So I see both sides of it. I would like there to be all the Pokemon just because there always have been, but I've also never actually completed a Pokedex after Gen 1. So I caught the original 150 and I used a Game Shark to get myself a Mew, completed that Pokedex, and that was that. And then on Gen 2, Gen 3, I was like, I'm just going to get the ones I want. I'm going to catch as many as I can, but fuck that. I'm not going to evolve every single one. I just didn't have the time or the patience to do that. But yeah, it's just change. People don't like change, I guess, is what it boils down to. But there are some, I don't know which ones are excluded, but I imagine there's some that people, with how many people there are that play Pokemon, there's bound to be people whose favorite's going to be excluded.
That would be sad, I guess.
Yeah.
That's sad.
But that's it. I don't know if there's been more. That's the last bit of news I got. That's that. So who put Bob, is this your next topic? I believe is all you.
Yes. And I don't understand this. And maybe I'm just ignorant about how these sorts of things work. But why the hell is Twitter's website different again? And why is it so bad? Who's doing this? Why? Like, I don't think the previous iteration of Twitter was like the end all be all by any stretch of the imagination. But why does anyone know why these social media websites change their interface so frequently and how they swing so wildly from something that's like moderately functional, looks okay, kind of clunky, to what it is right now is stupidly designed. It looks like the iOS app just like bloated onto my browser. I don't understand what happened. Why is this? Why? Tell me.
Is it bad that I actually don't get on Twitter on my computer as much as I do like my phone? So I don't even know what's different.
I mean, it looks the same to me, like from what it was. I haven't been on desktop in a while, so like this all makes sense.
Well, so honestly, I only use Twitter on my desktop when I'm
There's a lot of blank space on the page
or whatever. But it just objectively look this. Isn't this ugly? Isn't this bad design with all the dead space and the oversized buttons and the vague?
It kind of looks like a penis where the two little side panels are the balls, then the shaft just keeps going straight down. So I'm oddly attracted to this layout.
I mean, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's ugly. It seems functional.
Really?
I mean, what are you not able to do that you wanted to do?
All right, so when you open like tweet threads, it no longer like pops them down. It like opens them. It goes forward to another web page, which I don't like because that means you have to navigate backwards and forwards and try and figure out. When you open a tweet that has media, it does the thing that Twitch does that I fucking hate, where if you scroll down, it like pops out the media player in the bottom right of your screen, and and every time you scroll back up and then scroll down, it does it again. It just has all these little like features that are like annoyances. They're nothing I would ever want it to do. They're annoying things that I wish it didn't do, that more and more social media sites are implementing as part of their normal whatever functionality. I guess maybe it's just my taste, but I feel like there was nothing wrong with the way tweet threads opened previously, where it like popped up it darkened the screen and popped up a little thing over the screen, and then you could click right out of that and you were exactly where you were in the previous feed. You didn't have to worry about reloading media, reloading the web page. It just seems stupid. Why did you get rid of that efficiency?
I've still got that. If I click on something, it darkens the screen. It pops up this just by itself. If you click outside, what do you have?
Put yours. Look at mine. Put yours on the thing. Yeah, put mine. Mine's on the thing. Put yours on the thing.
Hang on. I'm going to yours.
What's happening?
Let me see what you got going on.
Yeah, if I click
what is that?
Thread,
what the hell is that? Okay, maybe. Yeah,
you're the new one. This is.
Oh, you're right. What is that nightmare? I've got the old version.
What is that?
So when I click on a thread,
oh god! I'm in a nightmare. There we go.
My thread. I don't want to scroll on these threads because you never know what you're gonna find. But like, I have the darkened rest of the screen too. Yeah, Mark and I think are seeing.
No.
I'm seeing in chat that it might be possible to go back to the old mode, but I don't understand how. It's not obvious.
Yeah, I guess I can. There's no incriminating information here, is there? No.
Yeah, I popped mine up without thinking about that, so there might have been, but who knows?
Yeah, no.
That's customizing my view.
I've got the same old. I will say that I am a fan of day mode and not night mode. I hate night mode with a passion. I hate it. But
Yeah, I
that's
don't
another
like
story.
Black. I'm surprisingly with you.
I
on
like
that
night
one.
mode only because like late at night, if
Mhm.
I'm like on my iPad or my phone in bed and Molly's trying to sleep, the bright light always disturbs her. So this keeps me from getting in trouble when I
Turn
have
your
night mode
brightness
on.
down.
Okay, yeah, let's turn the
No, night mode is for people with weak eyes.
I do have very weak eyes.
I have
I've got
very
terrible vision.
strong eyes, and I keep them
Weak
strong by
eyes.
looking at light. Anyway,
What,
that's
you know,
define,
they
what
say
makes
it-
your eyes strong exactly?
my genetic heritage is what makes my eyes so strong. Just like the rest of my body is
what
a tightly
does strong
wound.
eyes mean?
It
Because you don't
means-
have good vision. You have to wear
You
corrective vision.
could say slingshot a pickle into my eye, and I will walk away from that with full vision after about a week.
I've seen that happen, and I believe you. I know what the result
Whoa,
is. of that
exactly.
The full
situation.
vision part.
No harm done at all.
No harm done.
No.
No
as an eye care
lasting,
a
no
former eye care
lasting
professional,
damage.
I feel like there's some false information.
no lasting
being
damage.
shared.
No lasting damage.
Okay, that I'll give you, I suppose, maybe.
No,
We'd have to find out if you end up having like pickle eye disease later in life.
No. My eyes are strong, like the rest of my body. I'm a tightly
Didn't
wound,
that happen like
densely
a day
packed.
before tour?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
It did. And guess what? I went on that tour, and I could not
went.
see half out of my left eye for about a
Whoa,
week.
whoa! I thought you had perfect strong eyes. So now you're
Lasting
telling me your eyes were
damage.
weak?
Lasting
It was
damage.
perfectly. Yeah, it was absolutely fine.
It was fine.
Wade, could you hit the whoa? What does that mean? What does hit the whoa mean?
I don't know, but it's nonsense.
Can I hit the? What kind of question is that?
Also, Chad, I feel like you're straight up lying to me that it's possible to change this ugly ass Twitter back to the correct one. I just don't believe you at all right now. Anyway, that was my topic. It's hideous. I'm glad that you aren't being subjected to this, but it's really bad.
Yeah, that's bad. I see what you're talking about now, because that whatever you had, that was awful.
It's bad.
That
It's
was
bad
weird.
news.
Yeah. They're probably rolling it out to a few people, being like, testing it, see if there's outrage.
A special survey just for me.
Wow.
Wow, take it. Tell them how much you hate it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Wade Googles how to hit the whoa. I don't want to Google that.
I'll Google it.
please Google that.
All right, how
How do you spell whoa?
to hit the W
Oh, it's a
O A H
Dance. Wait, okay. It's like a dance or something? I don't know.
Oh, a dance tutorial. Oh, that's an ad I'm playing out loud.
Whoa tutorial. It seems to be a relatively complicated thing. I don't think you're capable of this, Wade.
Let's just skip ahead a bit in this video and
I think it's just like,
let's see.
I think the basic functionality is the move of being like, imagine someone was coming at you with a bucket of a substance that you don't know, and you're like, whoa,
I already hate it.
don't-
It's running
don't
like
do that.
crap, and I hate it.
Yeah, I think just people are desperate to get a new thing to replace dabbing. So they're
So the
latching on
whoa
to,
is the thing where you hold your hands up and wiggle your shoulders around.
I don't
That's the
know.
whoa.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know why it's running so choppily on this page, but like I don't even want to see it after I saw the little like woo. I don't want to do it.
This is a good topic for us to cover. I think we're
Anything that needs a tutorial to teach it won't catch on.
Well, I'm pretty sure there are dabbing tutorials. I don't know that the existence of a tutorial indicates the necessity of a tutorial.
It's only a game.
Do you remember
Why
the
you
first
have to
time we
be
tried
mad?
to do the walkthrough of our the outro of the tour? We were like blown away by having to do all that stuff. We're like, oh, I don't know, guys. I don't know if we can do this.
You mean singing and dancing?
Yeah, but like we just went through the step. We didn't do the
stars?
song at first. The first time we went through it, we were just trying to learn the steps, I think.
I
'Cause-
almost died every time we did that, just of how complex it was.
Yeah.
and then the ending, we were like, guys, listen, you have a lot of faith in us, but maybe we should just sit and cry instead.
Wasn't that bad, man.
Tutorials for a dance, an actual dance, I think are a little bit above our pay grade.
You
I don't know if I'll
guys
ever know how
are-
to Dougie or to Woe or to other dance name. Insert here. So you guys got my shoulder wiggle. Here you go.
Video coming soon, chat. Wade learns how to hit the whoa.
Yeah,
Did I
it'll be
hit the
good.
Woe?
Yeah, yeah. I don't
Here,
know.
I'm
Sure,
gonna really hit the Woe here.
Wait, hang on. I gotta get to the. Where is it?
Whoa.
Okay, wait, hang on. It's delayed.
It's good. It's worth the wait. I hope it was
What?
good for you too.
What the hell was that?
It didn't happen. Did I miss? Oh, there it is.
It's not
Yeah.
it.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
That's. No, I don't.
well.
Do you guys want to woe with me? We can all
I
woe at
don't
the same
wanna
time.
do that.
3,
thanks.
2, 1. Whoa. Right, guys?
Yeah, I did it.
We all did it, man.
We all did it.
I'll see in a moment if you're lying to me. I'll know.
What a team. What a time to be alive.
All right.
I'm ready. I'm watching. I want to see this happens.
You know what they say? Always end it on a strong note.
I have to go because
What?
I
Is it because of my woe?
Yeah, it's because of the woe. I gotta go, but everyone watching me, I'm gonna raid the person that likes the scenes of Frodo and Sam from Lord of the Rings. Now, which one of you two likes that scene?
You know, I'm standing my ground. I don't. I hate them. So you know what? Don't raid me because I'm not going to sell myself out to pretend I like something that's bad.
Raid me, daddy.
All right, I wasn't asking you to sell yourself out. I wouldn't want you
No,
to
I'm
lie to
not.
me.
They're bad, and you all should believe they're bad because they are.
Okay, all right. Well, anyway, I
will die on this soapbox.
All right, I gotta
Maybe.
get going. You guys, Bob and Wade are gonna continue the podcast with some games. Go check them out. Mice-Crim and Minion777. So,
Turbo.
all right, goodbye. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Have a
Mark.
good day.
Bye, Mark.
Leave me here with this
No,
comment
too late.
hating motherfucker.